Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life with Chessie for the Bold and Beautiful May 14, 2025. Hold on, let me make sure. How I do this? Yeah, Wednesday, May 14, y'all. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. So we're gonna start with Hope and Liam. So basically they were still talking about the same thing. They picked up where they left off on yesterday's episode where Liam realized that Hope knows that he's dying. So he was just talking to her and he was like, and he ends up asking her how she found out. And she didn't say anything. Then he was like, from Steffi. And he was saying how it wasn't her place to say anything. And Hope ends up telling him not to be mad with Steffi or be upset. She's grateful to know. She's glad to know because, they did the whole look, how much, excuse me, how much each other means to them and stuff like that. Hold on, let me see. I already said Liam asked how Hope found out. um Ends up telling him not to be upset with Steffi, that it wasn't, he ends up saying how it wasn't her place to say anything. He didn't want her to know. He wanted to prevent the whole little scene where she was emotional. Basically, he didn't want to be a burden. He didn't want to be a burden or whatever. Um, but he was just talking about how precious life is and how he realized, life is short and stuff like that. And I said, people always say that after the fact. I was like, life is short, obviously. But I don't know. I don't really understand it. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, I was waiting because y'all know Friday they showed at the end of the episode that Carter's supposed to overhear them talking and stuff like that. I think she's supposed to say something about wanting to be with Liam or something like that. And he's supposed to be looking all sad and stuff. But he didn't show up, so I'm assuming it's on tomorrow's episode. But yeah, what else? What else? Like I said, they was talking about memories and he was saying how he wished that he got a chance to see Beth and Kelly grow up and how, he's still gonna be there for her, whether he's there or in heaven or whatever. And I don't know. Do y'all think they actually gonna have? I think I asked y'all that ever since they had this storyline. Do y'all think he actually gonna die? Let me see if I. It said Liam said he doesn't have time. Oh, he was saying how he wants to be angry and stuff like that, but he really don't have the time to be angry because life is short and stuff. Um, that's when he told her that he's with her always, whether he's in heaven or he's actually there. Carter and Brooke. Carter was saying how he was distracted, that it doesn't feel right being there without her. I said, you can always quit. Look, because at this point, come on now. But yeah, he was just saying how he's distracted and it doesn't feel right. He was just telling her about how it's not right that she's not there and just talk about his love for her. And Brooke was just encouraging him, telling him he's still a good man and she still respect him. And they got to talking about Deacon and she said something about she's going to convince him or get him to see that he's still a good man and he actually cares about Hope or whatever. Let me see what else. He was saying how I think she said Brooke was saying how she believes that Hope's still in love with him and tells him not to give up and stuff like that. And that's when she got to talk about how she respects him and everything. Um, and he was like, I see it too. I believe that she's still in love with me too. That's what's gonna lead him to go there. That's definitely what's gonna lead him to go to that doggone to Brooke and them house and overhear Liam and Hope conversation. Hold on. But yeah, she ends up telling him not to give up. I said, you need to give up on Ridge while you over here hyping his head up. But yeah, she told him not to give up. And he was saying how he just believes that Hope is protecting herself. She's scared and stuff like that. He was talking about how he never had a woman like her and all this other stuff. Y'all know what they be saying every time. They know they be lying. Every time. But I said, hopefully he don't be foolish enough to go after he hear what he hear. Hopefully he don't be foolish enough to go. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I about said hopefully he don't be foolish enough to go sleep with Daphne. Cause then when he realized that they was talking about Liam dying and stuff like that, y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. I still kind of feel like they waiting to insert the whole storyline with why Daphne came to town in the first place. Maybe that's what's gonna be that what reunites. Excuse me. Maybe that's gonna be what reunites Hope and Carter. I don't know at this point because I feel like to me, I feel like she has proven that she don't want him. I don't know now. Maybe I'm just hard. I ain't gonna say hard headed. I'm about to say hard headed. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Harsh. Maybe I'm just harsh. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, that's all that happened with them. Brooke was still encouraging him. With Finn and Steffi, they didn't show Luna and them, y'all. I seen something this morning. Speaking of Luna, I seen something this morning where they were saying how they think that one way that Luna could get back in Stephanie on good graces is if she's the one to save Liam. And I was like, but it's not one of those situations where he need a transplant, is it? They was saying how he got a mass. How she gonna save him unless he need blood or something? Other than that, I don't see how, unless she finds somebody. But yeah, that's what they saying. That's the new theory, y'all. That Luna's gonna be the one to save Liam. But yeah, I said, how that work? How that supposed to work? I don't know. Sometimes fans be right though. They be knowing sometimes, but with that, I don't know yet. And last week we got Finn and Steffi. Steffi was saying how she believes she did the right thing because Finn was telling her he was adamant about you not saying anything. He didn't want anybody to know. And she was saying, like, Holt's not just anybody. It's not the kids and stuff like that. She's the mother of one of his daughters. She has a right to know. And he's like, yeah, I understand that. And they were just talking about him and everything he dealing with and stuff. Same old, same old. Let me see. Um, and she was just saying how she felt like Hope had a right to know, and Finn ended up saying how it was strange that Stephanie was sympathizing with Hope, and he was saying how they both gonna need each other once Liam passes away to help, raise their daughters and stuff like that. I mean, you got a point if he actually dies or whatever, but at the same time, not necessarily. Hold on. But yeah, he got a point. And then Liam had already said how he wanted to, before he left, one thing he wanted to do was to make sure that they was on the same page and they connected and stuff. But with the storyline about why Daphne came to town, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how it's going to play out. And then it's the huge fact that these folks, they, one big happy family 1 minute, next minute they arguing over Liam, then they back on cool or whatever. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Let me see if I cover everything, y'all. I already said Stephanie believes she did the right thing. Leon was asking how Hope found out. Let's see. Fan said it's strange. Hope still thinks there's something more. Oh, I forgot that part. Hope was telling Liam that, maybe they got it wrong. They can't just sit up here and let you die. Maybe she could do some research and bring in, a team or a specialist or somebody to help save him. And I don't know. I don't know at this point because I don't know. They'll sit up here 1 minute somebody dying, next minute, turns out you don't have what we said, or either they save him. Hold on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Let me make sure. Liam said he doesn't have time to be angry. Tells Hope he with her always. Yeah, the last thing was that Leon was saying how precious life is, and Hope was trying to tell him that there's a way to help him if they bring in specialists and stuff like that. But that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. I'm gonna get ready to watch it in the hospital, then do their review. But yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, hair girls, today, and be safe.